what was really happening, but I could only imagine sitting back what we looked like. That afternoon, we were doing a few things to try to loosen up and just enjoy life a little bit. We got out on the water, and as he often did, took pictures, if you can imagine. He took pictures all over the place. If any of you have been to the training center, there's like 427,000 pictures down there of everything under the sun. And he was taking pictures, and I thought this is an opportunity. And I really and truly didn't aim to do what I did, but I thought it would be fun to at least take the jet ski toward him and slide it a little bit, maybe get him wet. That was probably the largest wall of water that I think one person could ever make. I couldn't have done it any better. And it is really a wonder that I ever got my breath again, because I laughed so hard. It was a wall of water about 15 foot high that it didn't get him just wet. It soaked him. It soaked his camera. And he couldn't say anything, but it was worth every moment of it. But now, in all the things that we've done, when I started, I didn't know who he was. So this thing progressed through time. He became a volunteer chief, and through the years, as a lot of you know the story, that EMS kind of went defunct in the 79 and 80, and like the dumb pluck he was, he took over EMS operations, because there was particularly a few hours that realistically there wasn't an EMS operation within the community. So he said, well, we'll try it. So we did. So now he's become a little bit more than just a volunteer. He's actually become my boss. Well, I'm already teaching through a federal program that came up, doing an extrication with, a lot of you can remember Johnny Edgerton. He and I went out on the road, and I started teaching for him too. So here he is ×2, that I'm dealing with him more and more all the time. So this progressed for a few more years. And as time went along, we got involved with rescue, and within rescue, you all know that if you have anything to do with him, you're going to get involved in other things. I guess if there is something he's good at, was the Eisenhower theory of getting people to do what you want them to do the way you want it done, because they want to do it. Don't ask me to say that again, because it won't come out like that. But he always involved people around him to get things done. And as the mayor said, you surround yourself with good people, and he, myself excluded, always tried to surround himself with good people that could ordinarily help him do some things. So that progressed on into other things within the community, the 4th of July, and other committees within the local community. And I would have to say that of all the things that he has done, I guess in reality, he has taken over things that were not going well. He took over things that nobody else wanted to do. He made them pretty. He fixed them up. And it always turned out that somebody else wanted it, and ended up taking it away. And I can honestly say that was the criteria that happened certainly with rescue and EMS in this community. I think if a lot of you will think about KFA, yes, he was a special events coordinator, but who in the right mind would want to take over the funeral detail? And I don't know that was a design, but he took it over. I have no idea how many hundreds of funerals that he has overseen and taken care of, because most departments can't do that. And it was just always something that people didn't want to do or didn't know how to do, that he kind of picked it up and made something out of it. Took the dirty kid and cleaned him up, if you will. there is a lot of things that I'm sure a lot of you know about Charlie, and myself and Jack and Rick were talking about it earlier tonight. He's quite predictable. Really predictable. Now, a lot of you will know the answer to this, but just for instance, anyone who's got this answer, tell me. What color are most farm tractors?
Green.
Green. That's easy. Man loves John Deere tractors. But now, there's other things that, yeah, how's that for timing? I planned that. There is a few things. For instance, if you were going to Indianapolis, for instance, and you leave here at 11:25, Rick, what are you going to stop and do at 12 o'clock?
Eat a Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, I'm going to eat a Cracker Barrel. Doesn't make any difference how long you've been trying to get ready. Hits 12 o'clock, hits 6 o'clock, you're going to eat. No ifs, ands, ors, or buts about it, you're going to eat. When you sit down to eat, Rick, what do you, hang on just a second here, yeah. Just to show you that, and this is not rehearsed, it really is not. Rick, what does it get when you first sit down?
It's a glass of iced tea with extra ice, another glass of ice, and an extra glass of ice.
Predictable. As the day is long, and the only thing that varies is if you go to breakfast, you add the orange juice and the milk with ice in it. So I have been, as I said, involved with him with a lot of things, and there's a lot of people that have congratulated him on his documents and the things that he has produced in the pamphlets and whatever. The man couldn't write a cohesive sentence with 3 dictionaries and 4 bottles of Elmer's glue. Okay? Couldn't do it. His wife will tell you that. The man couldn't write nothing. He's been involved with other people that have done that for him. Okay? He's had people involved that do a lot of things for him, like some of the KFA shows. Okay? We all know about the 37 slides, 462,000 projectors and stuff. We showed that thing all over this end of the country. Well, there was one point in time, if you remember, the Bardstown. Yep. Bardstown, and do you remember what was special about that, Woody?
Oh, yeah.
He had something in the program he wanted. It was showing rain. And he come up with an idea he'd like for it to rain. I said, well, okay, we can make it lightning. And we can have a couple of thunder booms and whatever. And I made that. And he says, no, I want it to rain. And I said, I'm going to make it rain. He said, no, you don't understand me. I want it to rain inside there. Okay. We had plenty of time, just about another 10, 12 days to go before we had to show it, but he wanted it to rain inside the Holiday Inn while we were showing the show. So I commenced to work and had to go through basically research and develop on how to make it rain. And do you have any idea what it's like to try to put together PVC pipe and drill a bunch of holes and try to find out the number of pumps and what the gallons per minute had to be in order to make it rain? And then what are you going to do with the water? Can't see where the water's going to hit. You know, have all this covered up. We have a big tank to catch all the water. Lo and behold, when the time comes, he hits all the buttons. Things start flowing. It starts raining. It's thundering. It's lightning. Everybody goes crazy. Gets to the end of the program. Everybody stands up. And who do they think? They thank him. wanted it to rain. Everybody stand up. But he knew where it come from. They didn't. So I made it rain in Bardstown. There's a lot of things that we did in the photography world back before digital photography. The thing that was... Jack, where are you? Yeah. Jack, if you ever come up with an idea or something that was just real stupendous, what is it?
It's neat.
It's neat, yeah. It's a neat idea. We had a neat idea to put people's picture onto the slideshow while it was going on. In other words, if right now we were showing the show, we'd go around the room, we'd take your picture, sit right there, and before it come up with that, the next 10 minutes later, your picture would be on the slide. And of course, everybody thought, that's just so great. They didn't see us running around trying to get everybody to go develop it. But that was the thing before digital photography. That's the knack, things different that he wanted to do, to be different, to be useful, I guess, and something that people would enjoy. I said there was a few things that he's noted for, and I guess one of them would be he's predictable. I would have to call quality. He had heart. He's got heart. There's a lot of things, kids, that he has done. He's fooling with kids now for a different reason, but from Halloween to the Toys for Tots, and I can recall him playing Santa, and we were out and we were doing distribution on Christmas Eve when Santa was supposed to come, and we went into one of the local indigent neighborhoods, and one of the kids came out and he started delivering these toys, and we noticed over on the side there was this little girl starting to cry. We thought, this is not going to be good. We hope her name is in the pot somewhere and we'll come up on it. Her name wasn't coming up. So this was kind of a strange situation to find ourselves in. And he went on about doing his thing, and he finally decided, well, I'll give her some candy or whatever. And Santa goes over and talks to her. Says, honey, what is it that you're crying about? Is Santa not going to come see you? She says, no. My brother got a bicycle, and that makes me happy. And I've never seen Santa almost cry. Go give me another bite. I said, do what, Santa? Go give me another bite. You want me to what? Go give me another bite. Yes, sir, Santa? So he's got heart. Believe it or not, under the cold part, there is a heart up under there. Helpful. He's always been helpful. I could recall a trip specifically to Washington, D.C. We were coming back. There's a car on the side of the road. What do we got to do? We got to stop. Stop and help. Walk up to the lady. Ma'am, how are you? She goes, I'm a nurse and I'm broke down. And I said, I'm sorry. I'll help you anyway. As it turns out, he asked, what's wrong with your car? And her exhaust pipe was hanging up under there. He says, we'll fix that for you. We'll fix that for you. I'm in white pants and a golf shirt that was clean. And now we're on a major interstate under this car, and I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, the amount of room that I have to get up under this car is this much plus 1/4 of an inch. Do you have any idea what that's like when cars come passing by and it's doing CPR on you while I'm trying to put this exhaust pipe back up under there? And here he is. Yes, ma'am, we're helping you, but we're here to help. That's true. All in all, it's now come full circle of all the things that we've done, and we've been around a day or two, to say the least. That as it started out, I had nothing, very little to do with him, and over the years, more and more and more, people would come up and ask me, how in the world do you work for Charlie Shaw? And I said, well, first of all, I don't work for the chief, I work with the chief. And the fact that you have to ask that question, you wouldn't understand the answer. And I was asked that more than once, but now he's retired, and it's come full circle again that I'm not up under him in any way, shape, form, or fashion. But I can say, and I'm very proud to say, he has and he always will be my friend. Thank you all.
I think what you got to remember about all that too is Charlie's an idea guy, and thank goodness that we have people like that, because he was always able to think out of the box. What have you done to my notes? All right, thank you, Mike, and that was great. Jack, you want to say a couple of words?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, he probably thinks something to say. I probably took that idea line away. He was probably going to use that.
Hello, Jack.
Jack Troutline.
Thank you, and Charlie, it's an honor for me to be here, for sure. I was looking at the pictures, and I noticed as time progressed, I couldn't tell what it was. The ties got smaller, and the stomach got bigger. I thought it was an optical illusion there for a minute, but I guess that's just the way it was. I used to get a call from Charlie about every night when I was fire training coordinator. Jack, Charlie Shaw. Oh, really? Who else is going to call me from their bathtub at 9 o'clock at night? Anybody in here ever get a call from Charlie when he's in the bathtub? Only person I ever knew a call just from his bathtub. As Rick said, we could order his food. We usually ordered for him when we go to Cracker Barrel because we knew what he wanted. So we would order for him. So yes, he is predictable, to say the least. You know, one thing about it, I can say pretty much what I want to because I'm also retired. So when you're retired, you can say what you want to.
I didn't realize that.
That didn't really make a difference to you, did it, Charlie? Yeah, look out now. What I really would like to say, and I'll be on a more serious note, Charlie is a true friend. He's one of the first people, I think I met him in either 79 or 80. And believe it or not, Charlie was my mentor. I wanted to be like Charlie. I thought he had it together. He had everything going. And as I got to know him through the years, I found out that that is exactly the case. And the man can take absolutely nothing and make something out of it quicker than anybody you will ever see. And here we were talking about all the things that he accomplished with the KFA, State Fire School, all of that stuff. And if you'll think back, he took something that was nothing and made something good out of it. And if you wanted it done, say what you want to about Charlie Shaw, it will be done right. And it will be done professionally. The fire training program in the Commonwealth of Kentucky, as we know it, started in 1972. And Charlie was a part of that. He was like the 7th or 8th person that was hired. Bill Hankinson was the first one. And there was like 6 hired, and then they hired Charlie. And the people who started that program, and I'm talking about the Charlie Shaws, the Bill Hankinsons, the Bill McLeans, the Kyle Reagans, the Don Manos, the Bill Sloan. Most of you people don't even know who I'm talking about in this room. But those people started it